Bitcoin is both the greatest and the worst industry in the world. It attracts the worst people in the world. It also attracts the greatest people in the world. And it's this dynamic that we call price discovery. It's, the price is reflective of the fact that you've got the smartest and greatest and noblest people in the world working on Bitcoin. You've also got the shittiest, worst, morally bankrupt scumbags in the industry as well. When you put them all together, you get a current price, which is whatever it is right now.
Hello, and welcome to the Talking Money channel. In today's video, Max Keiser updates us on Bitcoin price action and the consequences of Terra Luna, meltdown inflation, and the latest trends in crypto markets. He also covers why Wall Street is a scam covered by the central banking system. Make sure to stick around till the end of this video, where Max Keiser explains how the fiat currencies could go bankrupt and why the US debt is losing credibility in the world. So without wasting any time, let's dive right into the video. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to our channel and ring the bell icon to get notified latest videos.
Yeah, I was thinking, I think we're basically in the fourth cycle of scammers. So the Raoul Pal and Mike Novogratz and a few others are kind of at the center of this latest wave of bubble and scams that have come into so-called crypto space. And as Greg has pointed out, the asset class that is Bitcoin is kind of shrugging it off, and it's not really having an impact on Bitcoin at all, really. Like it used to. In days gone by, some of these major scams, like OneCoin was from a few years ago, and others, they had more of an impact on the price of Bitcoin. What boils my blood is that rejects from Wall Street, like Mike Novogratz, who was kind of a hedge fund reject. He fucked up his hedge fund. He walked away from the industry for a couple of years and saw an opportunity to recreate all the scammy shit he was doing on Wall Street in crypto. Raoul Pal is another Wall Street reject. I guess he wasn't given a partnership option, so he kind of went away and crawled into a cave for a while and saw an opportunity come into Bitcoin.
Bitcoin's market share dominance grew from 41% to 46% during the recent crypto market crash. This is the highest Bitcoin dominance has seen since October 2021. The increase in Bitcoin's market share bodes well for long-term price gains. Bitcoin is still good crypto to buy in June 2022. The 20-week SMA indicator for Bitcoin is up over $38,000. This is well above the current Bitcoin price of $31,600. Bitcoin's RSI, when looked at on a weekly time frame, is under 40%. An RSI of 30% is considered an optimum time to buy, while 70% is considered an optimum time to sell, as an asset is overpriced. Now is a good time to invest in Bitcoin, as it is undervalued compared to where the 20-week SMA indicator is. RSI also suggests that the price could increase in the near future. Bitcoin is a good long-term investment, as it has shown to recover from market crashes and increase in market share dominance.
Yeah, well, the guy, Don Ho, or is it Do Kwon, or Do Kwon? He had been involved in several scams before this one. And so this was just the latest in a series of scams. And it was designed as a scam. It's similar to BitConnect in its design as a scam. And it blew up like a scam. The people who, like, again, Mike Novogratz, who didn't do any due diligence, is irresponsible. It goes beyond just being sloppy. I think it's bordering on the criminal, that he didn't do a shred of due diligence on this very obvious scam. I mean, Corey, of course, was tweeting about it before it blew up and saying, this thing is built to blow up. It's going to blow up, and it blew up. Same thing now with Celsius. Celsius, the more you dig into it, the more it's an obvious scam, and it's in the process of melting down. That's going to be another huge washout in the crypto space. But all of these cryptos are going to get blown out of the water. They're all technically securities anyway. The SEC is dragging their feet. We can ask ourselves why Gary Gensler is failing to do his job? Is he just another captured regulator out there doing the bidding of his puppet masters? It looks that way. But eventually, Bitcoin is so beautiful that it will push out these crooks, these charlatans, these captured regulators. And, there's no point in trying to sugarcoat it. These guys are recidivist criminal scumbags, and they deserve to be in prison. The fact that they're not in prison is a shame, really. It shows that the justice system in America is broken down, but I think that's pretty obvious across the spectrum. We see this all the time. A situation where Alan Greenspan, who was running the Fed at the time, lowered interest rates to bail out 𝐿𝐸𝐸. And so all the pensioners in America had to collectively bail out these hedge fund guys in Greenwich, Connecticut, as Greg was saying, socialize the losses. And we saw that, of course, in 1987 when the plunge protection team was created. Again, Wall Street lunch was saved, but the losses were distributed to the masses, and the Wall Street was saved. We saw that in the 2008 subprime crisis. Again, the bankers were saved and everyone else had to suffer. And we're seeing it right now. There's the crisis part 2 from 2008. And everyone who's on Wall Street and is a banker is getting bailed out, and everyone else is suffering from inflation, and everyone else is suffering from price distortions and social unrest. Again, it goes back to this idea of moral hazard, which is, again, the wiggle room. When the central bankers and Alan Greenspan and others, or Ben Bernanke or Jay Powell says, we have the right to engage in moral hazard. We have the right to bypass ethics, morality, and the legal system to protect the functioning of these markets and to protect the liquidity of these markets. And what that's done is created an economy and a society based on fraud. So there's very little now in America that's not tied to Wall Street and therefore tied to fraud. The medical industry is now entirely fraudulent because it's been commodified and securitized. All of banking, obviously, has been securitized and runs on a business model of fraud. The agricultural industry, the industrial industries, all of the sectors of the economy are tied to some degree to their cash desk, where they squeeze out extra profits, engaging in fraud. It's just fraud. And as the dollar loses world reserve currency, Brady, the problem is that other countries are saying, you know what, maybe we don't need America. Maybe we don't need the US dollar. So in this crisis, the difference with this crisis, Brady, is that there's no coming back. The inflation we see now is not going to reverse. Gas is going to $10, $11, $12 a gallon, and it's not going down. Prices of food are going to go up on a permanent basis because the entire globalization of post-World War II is becoming unglued, and the dollar as world reserve currency is losing its cachet. And this is a new reality for America, really, since post-World War II, where the standard of life is going to drop quite significantly because of all these bailouts. The chickens have finally come home to roost.
Most major coins are down significantly from their all-time highs, and it seems like the bear market is here to stay, at least for the short term. But while it may not be a great time to be invested in crypto, this could actually be the perfect opportunity to buy the dip. Cryptocurrencies are still in their infancy, and there's a good chance that the current downturn is just a temporary blip on the radar. If you're thinking about buying into crypto, now is a good time to do your research and find a coin that you believe in. Prices are low right now, so you can get in at a relatively affordable price. Just be sure to hold onto your coins for the long term. It's still a risky investment, but the potential rewards are huge. So do you agree with Max Keiser that all other altcoins are a Ponzi scheme? Tell us in the comments. That's all for today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and make sure to turn on the bell icon.